If you're a serious hunter and you haven't tried Hex yet, this is the edge you're missing. Hunters have always talked about animals having a sixth sense, feeling you before they ever see you. Hex works by completely blocking your body's natural energy, helping you get closer without tipping them off. Most hunters don't believe it at first, until they hunt in it. And once they do, it makes them believers fast. Go to hexhunting.com. That's HECS hunting.com. And use code WAYPOINT to save $20 on a full Hex system.
Planning a fishing trip shouldn't feel like a full-time job. With FishingBooker.com, you can find and book the perfect fishing trip within minutes. FishingBooker.com connects you with trusted fishing captains around the world. Booking is fast, easy, and secure, with access to verified customer reviews, loyalty rewards, and around-the-clock customer support. Everything you need to book with confidence is in one place. So head to FishingBooker.com and start planning your next fishing adventure today.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Victory Drive. This week we got on Matt Hoines. Matt Hoines, a lot of you guys might know Matt from his time on the podcast prior when he was working for Silencer Central as a sales rep. I say was because he's had undergone some life changes, and that's kind of what we sit down and talk about quite a bit on this episode. I just wanted to catch up with Matt and see what he's been up to since everything changed. So I don't want to get too deep into it because it's a really good episode and he does a really good job explaining it on the podcast, everything that happened. So we'll just leave it right there. But Matt Hoines, great guy. I've come to become pretty good friends with him over the past few years since starting this podcast, honestly. So just a great guy. I'd love to sit down with him. We were heading to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for something completely unrelated anyways. So we decided, hey, let's just hook up the trailer and record with Matt while we're down there. And I'm glad we did. It was awesome. It was a really fun time. And man, was it warm. We were in the trailer. Didn't have to have the heat turned on or nothing. We didn't have to plug in our space heater. It was fucking warm. Like it was like 60 degrees in Sioux Falls that weekend. It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. And then the Midwest quickly decided to keep us all in check and put us all right back down where we belong. And that's in the cold because it got fucking cold all over again. So second winter, here we are. Not loving it. Was really excited to get outside and start shooting. Maybe do some shed hunting, even though I fucking hate. Let me retract that. I don't hate shed hunting. I just am not very good at it. So I like to be a hater of shed hunting, I guess. I don't know what it is. I end up getting out there full intentions of looking for sheds. And then I just end up scouting instead. I don't know. It's just like I find myself getting sidetracked. Maybe it's my ADHD or I don't know what it is. But it's also hard for me to get out and do that kind of stuff like all the time. Like I'm busy as shit between work, family, life, podcast, shooting. My table is full a lot, and shed hunting is just not a super high priority a lot of times. But I'd like to do more of it, just to do it because it is exciting when you finally find one, But it just hasn't been a huge priority of mine. But hopefully, everyone else out there is having fun, get it done, and just having a good time. But I'm gonna just refocus on other things. But it was really nice. I was getting really excited to start shooting some more, and then it got cold. So I guess we got to hunker down for a little bit longer yet and let this cold blow over. But anyways, I don't want to keep this intro too long, everyone. So we'll just go ahead and get right into the partners of Victory Drive. We got Grizzly Coolers. Grizzly Coolers, they've been around since the beginning. Since the very beginning, since the genesis of Victory Drive. And I really appreciate them. And if you guys are in the market for a new cooler, they got awesome drinkware, soft side, hard side coolers, and even hunting blinds and other apparel. Check out grizzlycoolers.com. Use code WCB at checkout to save some money and support the show and the whole network. We also got my Patreon. If you guys want to support the show directly, then you can check out my Patreon. I have like a a cheap tier and a main tier. It's really all I have on there. Just two different tiers. One's basically like, a tip jar. The other one is you get some extra stuff whenever I can. And it's damn good fun. We have a great community over there. So if you guys want to hop in and join in on some of the fun, then check it out. What else we got? We also got like YouTube and all the other socials, but we're starting to put some more stuff on YouTube. All these episodes, Ashley's been working very diligently on trying to get them spruced up so they can get onto YouTube, so we can have some video content to go along with it as well. Once we get better at it, at like the workflow things, and maybe we'll look at putting the video on Spotify too. I don't know. We'll see. The world is our oyster. We'll figure it out. But other things we got going on. We got the NWTF event in Ventura, Iowa. Gonna have a damn good time over there, and we got a table and everything. It's gonna be fun. Had Jacob Chambers on last episode, and talked about all that stuff. So hopefully you guys listen to that. And if you're in the Ventura, Iowa area, then check out the NWTF event and see what's cracking. We also got the Iowa Deer Classic coming up next weekend. That is March 6, 7, 8. So you can go to the Iowa Deer Classic and have some fun. It's going to be a damn good show. It always is. Iowa is probably the best out there, actually. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people. Very busy. And then we got a little bit of a break over there. Yes, a little break. And then it picks right back up again. Illinois Deer Classic, March 20, 21, 22, which is also a very good time. A little bit smaller than the Iowa Deer Classic, but just as much fun. And then we got the weekend after that. So it's March 27, 28, 29. We got the Wisconsin show in the Wisconsin Dells, Wisconsin. That's an awesome show too. So hopefully you guys can make it out to some of those shows. Come check out our booth. Come say hi. Have a drink. Have a good time. So that's it for the intros, I do believe. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get right into it with Matt Hoines.
I don't know shit about those.
You're not in the bicycle department, dude?
No, it's right next. I'm in archeries, but they did just.
You're in archery?
They just moved bicycles to like right next to us, but I don't know anything about them. Yeah, in archery, I think I'm gonna be moving over to the firearms side here pretty soon, though. Actually.
Oh, nice.
So.
Nice.
Yeah.
So,
that's kind of the plan, I guess. So.
Yeah. Well. I need a bicycle. I'm gonna get one for my birthday, I think. I live like.
Song?
What?
What's that song about a bicycle? I can ride my bike.
With no handlebars. I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike. That one? That's Queen.
Yep.
Yeah. Weird that there's so many songs about bicycles.
Yeah, right.
But I live like 4 blocks away from work.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been walking.
Yep.
And when it's nice out,
then
I'm like, fuck, man. It's like a
bike.
Yeah, it's like a 4 or 5 minute walk.
Yeah.
But if I rode my bike, it'd be like a minute or two.
I got an e-bike. Well, and it's not like a hunting one. It just one of our family friends' sons had it, and then he lost his license, I think, because he got a minor. So then he got an e-bike, and then he doesn't ride anymore. So I bought it from him.
Okay,
it's pretty sweet actually. It goes like 35.
Fuck yeah, you're ripping
awesome,
on that thing.
I'll go to like Fairway or get groceries and stuff, and just go on the bike. It's just something small.
Yeah,
go rip the bike around. Yeah,
hell yeah.
I probably will use it for a little bit. It's a little bulkier and bigger than like a hunting one. It's got like the battery is like a tank, like a motorcycle tank kind of. So,
Jeez.
yeah.
It's probably like 400 pounds.
It's pretty heavy, yeah. Yeah, and I just haven't got like a carrier for the hitch or anything for it yet. So
Yeah. I want to get I was looking at e-bikes too, but they're like $4,000, dude.
yeah.
For
I bought mine for $300. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little different. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot easier on the wall, the old pocketbook
sure.
there. But
Yeah.
no, I mean, they'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm just like looking at them like, fuck, dude.
No kidding.
I could buy
a lot
a decent
of other
little car
things.
for that.
100%, right?
Shit.
Yeah.
No, but it would come in handy for hunting. You know, obviously,
Yeah.
like, especially hunting a lot of public land like I do, and
For sure.
you know, like you hunt a lot of public too.
Yeah,
and
I do. Yeah.
Out in South Dakota, it's a lot like pretty. There's a lot of ways you can get around a
Yeah, for
e-bike
sure.
out here.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and like checking trail cameras and stuff around home.
Yeah,
there's
dude.
definitely a lot of. I used it a couple of times, setting up cameras and stuff, and I just got annoyed of having to lift it in the bed and then take it out. I just need to get a carrier for it, and I just haven't done it yet. So
Yeah, because this is East River.
yeah, yep,
It's like just over the border.
yep.
Where does West River? Where's the river like
It's
start?
like, well, like right in the middle of the state. Literally,
Yeah.
it basically cuts in half. So like, I mean, depends where you are. Like right in the middle of the state would be Pierre.
That's right.
And that's the river, or like north would be Chamberlain. Like
And River
north-
City, Rapid City is
That's way west.
way
Yeah, that's
west.
essentially the opposite of where we're at. Like we're on the
Okay.
way east corner, Rapids on the way west.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Rapids, like, I mean, you can be in Wyoming in like a half hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Half hour,
Gotcha.
hour. I guess it kind of depends where you're going, you know. But yeah, Rapids on the
Rapids
way
nice,
west
though.
side. Yeah,
It's a nice little.
it is for sure.
I guess not little, but it's a
Yeah.
nice city.
No, I've always kind of told Chris, like, I wouldn't mind moving out there. Like,
Yeah, it'd be sweet, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty close to
Yeah.
Wyoming.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of one of those things, though, where you kind of think, like, oh, you might as well just go another half an hour and be in Wyoming. Then you
Right.
get Wyoming elk tags
For sure.
resident
No kidding,
prices,
right?
you know?
Yeah.
I always told
That's
Ashley,
for
like,
sure.
if we moved out of Iowa, I'd want to move to, like, Wyoming.
Yep.
She's pretty stuck on, like, Texas or Tennessee.
I just don't want bad winters.
Yeah, I think Texas would be cool. Chris and I have always talked about, like, someday getting a second home. I'm like, Texas wouldn't be bad.
Texas
you
would
know?
be sick. I mean, I'm not opposed to Texas.
Yeah, just for, like, I mean, they have good laws. There's hunting everywhere.
Yeah,
I've got some buddies down there. You know, like, I went and shot Aoudad and, like, pigs. And, like, I think all that shit's fun, you know?
Yeah.
Get in with the right person. Like, I'll go shoot 5-10 does for you if you need to. You know,
Right.
like, I'm down for that. So.
yeah, especially if you're in the right area and there's a
Yeah.
bunch of ranches and there's because I know like residents they can get on those ranches for pretty cheap because
Yeah.
they word of mouth. They're like, oh yeah, come on over, dude.
Yeah.
You know, we got plenty.
For sure.
So that'd be sweet. But I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh, fucking Texas ranches and high fence. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. I'd hunt a high
Right.
fence, no problem. Because
For
it's one
sure.
of those things where it's like if you're open and honest about it, it's like I don't see the big
Exactly.
deal. It's still hunting. You know,
Yeah.
it might be a little bit. It's obviously different hunting than.
Yeah,
Whatever, but-
you know they're in like like where we shot our at, it was like 2,200 square. You know, like so that's big. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like most of the stuff I hunt around here is like 80, 100, 150 acres. You know, so it's like they're in this area, but yeah, I mean they still are wild animal. You know, like we went and we did get lucky. We shot. Me and my buddy doubled up on the first morning we were there. We were there for 4 days, and the other guys didn't shoot until the last evening. You know, so.
Yeah.
There's definitely some canned stuff. Like, like I've been to years ago, buddy, we had a bachelor party and theirs was like, I want to say like 7,000 acres, but then they had that 7,000 then split up into different chunks. And they had one that was like, it was like a 200 acre, like they call it like a holding pen, And it's like,
That's
that's like, he's like, that's where like, if we have someone come in that doesn't want to really hunt, like, we'll put them in there.
Yeah, they have like
Yeah.
one feeder and one water tank.
Exactly.
It's like they're gonna be there.
Yeah,
You know,
for sure.
So it's like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's a little different. I mean, you get into the weeds on that kind of stuff, and people like to him and haw and
For sure.
call everyone gay for whatever they do, But
Right.
at the same time, like people, I don't know, people like look at Iowa as being like that kind of hunting too. Right?
Yeah.
People from. I've heard it from like I don't know, there's this one podcast I watched a clip from, and they're like, "Man, if I was a fucking Iowa resident, I'd be shooting 180s every year."
Yeah.
It's like I doubt that, buddy.
Right.
Like I highly doubt you would be shooting 180 pluses every single year in Iowa.
for sure.
Like I don't know. Maybe I do suck because I haven't shot fucking.
Yeah.
I think above like 140, dude. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on me. Maybe they're right. Maybe I suck ass. But like, I don't really give a shit either. You know. It's like whatever, dude. As long as we're all trying to have fun and do our own thing. If you are super busy, like Jimmy John went on Working Class podcast. Did you listen to that one?
Yep.
Yeah, and he's like super open and honest. But like, I go to Texas and hunt high fence, fucking, hunts all the time and shoot giants. Like, he's like, it's different than like hunting anywhere else. It's like maybe not as exciting, I guess. But he's like, it's still fun. Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. Like
100%.
High fence hunting would be just fun. Like it's just like it'd just be a kind of a fun deal, especially if you're like the Texotics, dude.
Yeah,
like come on,
it's awesome. Yeah.
Where else in America can you hunt black buck?
Yeah,
like fucking
for
nowhere.
sure. Yeah, no, and like after like we shot our dad, like we went and sat like morning and evenings like on a feeder for hogs or whatever, and then like during the day like we would just go around and stalk through the bush and try to shoot pigs and stuff. So it's like it's a great way to just go have fun and you know what I mean, like there's just because they don't know that they're in a fence, you know what I mean, like they're still trying to get away from you. So like especially if you're on a ranch that's like a couple thousand acres or more, and it's just one fence around the property. It's like that's a lot different than like 100%.
Like, there's a difference, but it doesn't really matter. I haven't done them yet, but I'm definitely not opposed to it. I definitely am very interested in like Texotics. Like, that'd be so much fun
for sure.
Just because it's
a different world down there. It is. It's crazy.
I have a buddy that lives down there. He has a. I think he married a chick that has a decent amount of land down there. I'm not sure if it's like I don't know if they have it high fenced or low fenced or whatever fenced all. I'm not sure how that is. I haven't been there, but he's like, dude, he's like, come on down, dude. We can shoot like super like 1,000+ meters and stuff, and do some fun shit down there. Like sick, that'd be cool. He's one of the snipers, our snipers.
Hell yeah!
And he's like, come on down, dude. Someday. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, that'd be sick. Like, I'd love to. And I need to get with him sometime and plan that. But I was like, is there anything to hunt down there? He's like, yeah, we got those like sheep things.
Oh yeah,
running around sometimes. I'm like
MUFON sheep.
Well, no, like Aoudad.
Oh yeah,
is what he's talking about. I'm like, Aoudad, like whatever. And we're talking about that. And he's like, yeah, we got some of those running around. He's like, and we got some like random shit every once in a while. Like, he's like, a while back there was a kudu that was running around our property. He's like, I was trying to shoot that fucker, but I couldn't catch up to it, kind of thing. He's like, I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, we just get like random animals, like a zebra will run through every once in a while that just got loose. And I'm like, no shit.
Yeah.
He's like,
crazy.
and I'm like, do you have to have a tag or anything for them? He's like, no, dude.
Yeah,
they're just if they get out, then they're free game.
It's exotic, yeah. No, it's crazy. Yeah, like we went out like just thermal hunting, calling coyotes and stuff in, and we just were like, let's see, and we put on like a fawn distress, and we called in like 20 Aoudad, just came fucking running into us. It was crazy, to a fawn distress, and we could have legally shot him too, because it's an exotic. You're on it, like, it would like we didn't like, but we were calling Aoudad in with fawn distress.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. Yeah,
that's nuts.
Yeah, coming in, all the youths were coming all pissed off, and looking around trying to figure out what's attacking them. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
nuts.
So I think Aoudad, I think they're originally from like Iran or some shit.
I think they're like Africa, actually.
Africa? Somewhere.
Yeah, like mountains of Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're from somewhere not America.
They're cool. They're not that tall, but they are so thick. Like they're just so dense. It's pretty nuts, honestly.
Did you eat yours?
Yeah. What's that?
Did you eat yours?
We had, so I didn't like back straps and stuff. And honestly, I didn't think it was a little gamey, but it wasn't. I've definitely had worse game meat, honestly. Yeah, for sure. I definitely have heard like just other people around that say like, no, you don't. It's just a waste. Don't eat it. But I didn't think it was. Yeah, so it wasn't the best. It wasn't like the most crazy tender or anything, but it wasn't.
I've heard
bad.
I've heard from people they're like, it's disgusting. Like it's terrible. Like it makes great dog food, and that's about it. And like, really? But that's also coming from guys that they're Westies.
Yeah,
they're spoiled with elk meat and stuff. They're like, they're kind of elk supremacists,
right?
Where they're like, oh, elk is the best thing that God's ever put on this earth. Period. So yeah, I can see why they'd think that's disgusting. But I'm a man of very, I don't have that refined of a palate,
right?
So I'd probably be fine. It's like in the army, dude, they fed us like dog food. I'm like, this is great. Yeah, I'm so hungry right now. This is just fine.
No, I say it wasn't like the best, but it wasn't like it was definitely palatable. I mean, you can eat
Yeah.
it, yeah. So we took like all the good cuts out of it and then left some because there was a couple bobcats around that ranch, and the owner of it said if you guys kill a bobcat, you can shoot another aoudad for free. So we were trying to shoot bobcats, and then we never did. Of course, like literally after I shot mine though, my buddy, like, so we doubled up out of the out of the same stand. His went only like 70 yards and died where we could see it, and mine ran into the thick brush. So we found mine, and we're like, okay, and we dragged it off to the road. We knew where his was, and we're like, oh, we'll just set our guns down here. We'll walk back to the Ranger, a few hundred yards. We'll, come pick him up with the Ranger. We're like 45, 50 yards away from the Ranger, and a bobcat walks just right across the road. Just walks, doesn't even look at it, it's nothing, just walks, and we left our guns behind us. We're like, God damn it. Like, really? Like...
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
just middle of the day,
Pissed.
just walked right past us. And we were just, me and Party were just like, did that really just happen? I'm like, yeah, dude, we left our guns. Of course it's going to happen, like, for sure.
That's exactly how it works,
Yeah,
when you're
100%.
When you're getting complacent, that's when it happens. You're just like, great, thanks.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. I was like, damn it. Just another aoudad for free. Just walked away.
Damn it, dude. How much did you charge you for aoudad, though?
We honestly got a really good deal. So part of it was they had, so like my buddy that does it, he works for Science Essential part-time. So that's like how we knew him. So he, I don't even know sells hunts for the owners, right? Like, and then he'll go and guide them. So like he's the one that like is actually taking in the hunters and promoting what animals they have and all that stuff. And they had actually just recently bought that new ranch. And the owner likes to do a little bit more like exotic stuff. Like he wanted to put like red stags and zebras and some of that stuff in there. So he just wanted like a decent amount of aoudad gone. So because we knew my buddy, I think we each paid $1,000 for it. And
oh, dude, that's not bad
so
at
it
all.
was super cheap. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know how much aoudad like other places really
I
but
have another buddy that's working at Scheels, and he's going, and this is in Oklahoma, he's going to Oklahoma for like a bachelor party, and it's a high fence, so they have aoudad, but like, because me and Parker, we both shot like 27-inch rams, so solid rams, but like 30 and above is like big, right? Like that's what they consider big rams. I think they were charging like $3,700 for like a 25 to a 29 or something like that, then 30 inches or more was more money.
Sure.
So yeah,
it
was super cheap.
It's kind of African-y.
Yeah.
When you get into Texas, where they kind of charge
for sure
for a trophy fee essentially.
Yeah,
if you
100%
one. But was that like in the mountains, or were they all?
It was like
lowlands.
Yeah, it was like in the hill country, I guess technically. Okay. So yeah, it was. I mean, there's definitely topography, and there's a lot of thick brush, and but like hill country, I guess, is what they call it there.
Okay.
So
it's not like the mountainous regions of Texas.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Because I know, like, a lot of times, like the Davis Mountains, I think they hold like an actual wild,
Yep, for sure. Yep. And my buddy, because I was thinking about mounting it or not, and it's like it's a nice aoudad, and it's just they're so cool with their long hair and stuff, like their long. I don't know, beard, and that's not a beard, but I don't know, whatever it is. He's like, dude, just save a little bit of money. Like, let's go west. We'll shoot like a real one, like not like, what I mean? Right. But he's like, we'll go shoot a free range one. He's like, we can probably get you on something a little bigger there. If you have 5-6 days, it's like, then mount that one. So yeah, I just Euro'd mine, but yeah.
Cool. This probably make a cool Euro though.
It is. Their skulls are huge. Like I said, they're just for not being tall at all, they're just thick. Yeah, their skull is. You put my antelope, you can damn near fit 2 of my antelope Euros, like just the length of it. They're
really?
big, yeah, and they're heavy too.
Yeah, their horns are heavy too.
Yeah, no, they're really cool, honestly. Yeah, I just more did it because it was like, hey, he got this. You guys want to come down and shoot aoudad? You can shoot as many hogs as you want. Food's paid for. We got a lot. It was not a lodge. It was a trailer house, that was out there, but it was not, it was not like, that's all we need, it's got a shower and food and a grill and
sort of rest your head.
Exactly.
And get cleaned up a little bit.
For sure. Yeah.
That's sweet. That'd be fun.
That was awesome. Yeah. Shot a decent amount of pigs. So that's always fun. So.
Were you night hunting pigs?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. We did both. Yeah. I actually we had the one night we were sitting there and we we had a whole group of just little piglets come out. I mean, like piglets, like little babies. And we waited a while, and we're like, hey, there's got to be like mom or something else coming. It was just piglets, and a couple of them kind of started filtering. I was like, I don't care, I'll shoot one, you know.
Yeah.
So my buddy like gets his camera up, and we start videoing it. One lines up, and I shoot, and I double lung him, and I dome one behind it, so I got 2 with 1 arrow. Like, I mean, they are tiny. They're like, you know, 5 pound little, like they're tiny. So it's not, but it was just crazy. Like, because I shot one and like I saw it go right behind its shoulder. I'm like, yeah, that's good. And then there's one like squealing like under. I'm like, what the hell? Like, he just ran away, you know. And then we went up there and it was like, I hit that one in the head. And we looked at the video and it's like, yep. And we went and found the other one. So yeah, yeah,
that's awesome.
It was pretty funny. Yeah.
I hear the piglets are like the best eating though.
Yeah,
like the big ones.
That's what everyone says
nasty,
too.
But
Yep.
like the smaller pigs are actually really good.
Yep. Or sour. I guess supposedly pregnant sows too, because they have a little more like they're preparing. They have a little more fat and stuff on them. I guess.
Sure.
That's what I've been told. But
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
An old boar probably ain't the greatest.
No. Yeah. No, there was a really big boar that was on. Like hitting the same feeder where we killed our aoudad, and of course that's like the first thing we saw was like a big boar, and we're like, do we shoot him or do we wait for the aoudad? You know, and then we didn't shoot him. We waited, and thankfully did, because then an hour or two later we had the rams come in, and then we went and tried to sit there 2 other times to shoot that big one. He never showed up again. You know? It's like, of course,
right. Right. When you're ready for him, he's not there, just like the bobcat.
Right. Yeah,
Fucker.
Exactly, for sure.
That's funny. How's the coyote hunting been going?
Good. Yeah.
You send me Snapchats every so often.
For
like,
sure.
Dude.
Yeah, I haven't been out as much this year as other years, unfortunately. But we kind of had that. I don't want to say I'm a pussy, but it's like there's some nights where it's so cold out too, like in December, where we really start going. But we went out a couple nights ago and it was good. It was so calm that the wind was kind of shifting. We called in 2, one just hung way back. So then we just shot the one, and then we went to another stand, called in a 3-pack. But they just did a big loop around us and winded us. So they got us there. But no, it's been good. And then it started raining on us, so we quit that night because I just don't want to deal with the rain and expensive thermals and all that. I mean, they'll be fine, honestly, but it's just we have enough land, too, fortunately, around here that's like we can go another night. You know what I mean? So
it's not one of those things. Like, I mean, how long is you guys can night hunt all year round, right?
Yeah, all year. Yeah,
so
we can do all
like
year.
You're on a time frame.
Exactly.
Like deer hunting, it's kind of like you have this window to hunt.
For sure.
So it's like if it's a little shitty outside, if you got to beat on a buck, you kind of just got to make it happen and deal with it. But you have all year to do it.
For sure. 100%.
I'd be a fair weather coyote hunter myself.
For sure.
We went out that one time in that blizzard and like, fuck this, dude. This is so stupid.
Yeah, it's just, and yeah, like we just, too. If it's, I mean, it doesn't seem like the cold, I guess, necessarily affects them as much, but like, I mean, if it's real bad out, like they don't want to be outside either.
No,
you know what I mean?
Up.
Like, they're not trying to do stuff either. Yeah. So no, but we have enough, like we'll, section everything off, just like whatever winds we have, so it's kind of looking back, okay, we got a like east wind or what, whatever. It's okay, let's hit those 5 spots up, and then so we just rotate it like that and try to only call certain spots on a certain wind, just to not overcall it and stuff too. But so. But no,
I mean, they're smart. You can educate them pretty quick.
100%, yeah. And there just is a lot more guys doing it around too. Like the one spot we pulled up, we could hear some dude calling. I don't know exactly where it was, but somewhere where we didn't have permission, we could hear him calling on the stand. We actually killed one the other night. We could hear a dude calling, and he was. I mean, we could barely hear him, but we were like, "That's definitely a call." Like it's, he's playing some sort of distress. So there's definitely, even from 5 years ago when I really started doing a lot of the thermal hunting, it's like I even just talk to other landowners now, and like we have some that's like, yeah, just so I let this guy, this guy asked me if he could, and a lot of people don't care about coyotes, like they don't.
Yeah, but it's one of those things too where if you have other people on the property, and depending on how they hunt it and stuff like that, you're kind of like, well, that might be burnt.
100%. For sure, yeah. And if they don't, if they're newer at it and they won't shut the call off, they only play certain things, or 100%. There's definitely educated coyotes that will Yeah, I mean, they know. They're not dumb. You know, especially if you call in 2 or 3 and you only shoot 1. It's like that one that gets away is going to remember that. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like, he's like...
They're gonna go report back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
That's how my buddy and I always thought about, like, with waterfowl. We're like, man, if we get a flock of, like, 3 or 4 come in and we shoot all but like 1, I'm like, great, now he's gonna go back to the big flock, tell everybody they're never gonna come back.
Right, for sure.
Does that happen? No. But it's like in our we're kids 100%. And stuff at the time with birds, but I think coyotes, they probably, I mean, you educate one or two and then they go back to the pack, they probably have some sort of communication to like veer them away
exactly,
from that
or even
area.
like, I mean, we've been on other ones where it's like we're calling and you can see 3 of them or 2 of them coming in, and one's wanting to come in, the other one will hold up and start barking at you or something. And then the other coyote that was committed is like, maybe I shouldn't go there. You know what I mean? So it's like definitely even just like that. They're just a lot more wary of what's going on, or will take 3 times as long to actually come in versus one that's like, here's like, hell yeah, let's go. So it's for sure a thing.
Yeah,
and we try to not. Like those ones that wind us, like they're going, and they just, I mean, they came from far away too, but like they're coming, and they kind of kept looping, and we're like, this probably isn't going to be good. And they looped around, and then we like saw them kind of catch our wind, and then they turned around and kind of go in. We just stopped calling, packed up ship, and it's like we're not trying to do a Hail Mary or just educate them more of throwing out other calls or whatever. It's just like,
so you kind of
cut your losses and go.
You kind of notice like if they smell you, it's one thing, but if they smell you, then you shoot at them, it's like a totally different ballgame.
For sure. Okay. Yeah, and we could. I mean, everyone's got opinions about calibers and all that, and we both shoot 223s, but we also, I've shot 3 coyotes probably over 200 yards, like ever thermal hunting in the however many years, just because we want to call them in. Like I want to shoot them at 40 yards. Like that's to us, like that's the cool thing is tricking them and getting them in your lap there, not, and there are just a lot of guys that they're coming in, they stop at 200 because they're just stop and check stuff out and they'll start shooting. It's like we just, like I said, everyone just does it different, but like, I want them in my lap, you know? So like, like I say, we could have shot at them or shot one or, whatever, but then it's like, then again, like you're shooting at coyotes 250 yards away and there's a 3-pack. You both shoot, even if you both hit on the first one, there's still that one that you're probably not going to hit running away at 300, 400, you know what I mean? So it's just, we just, I don't know. Well, every once in a while I'll take other people out to like they're like ready to go. And it's like, just wait, just calm down. If he's coming, they'll come, you know what I mean? Like if you have your setup good, we shot that one cow like 60 yards, it's like, he finally got close enough. And I think he almost skylined us. I don't know exactly, but he just come and he just stopped, and turns away and starts shouting, he's whoop, whoop, and then he stopped, and then he shoot, And that's the other, like, they're so confident at night, too. Like, they'll stop, you know what I mean? Unless they wind you or you shot at them. If they start to turn away or whatever, like, you'll get a shot, you know? Like, you will, so.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, have you seen those videos of guys, like, with they have the big artificial lights, and they're just, like, standing like, right in front of the lights and just blinding them, and they come in, like, I don't know, like, fucking feet away from them, they just blast them with a shotgun or something. It's like, jeez.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
We actually carry, not always, but my buddy just has like a red light on a shotgun. So a lot of times, like if it's just, we'll have it in the truck, and if they're coming in that night or whatever, we'll try to do like, let them come all the way and then turn the red light on and shoot them with a shotgun. Just because it's cool that, they got close enough and you can do that. But it kind of depends where you're at too and how the place sets up or where you have to call from if you can get them to do that too, I'm
not sure if you can even, I'm trying to remember, I don't know, I'd have to look into it, but I don't know if in Iowa you can even use artificial light for coyote hunting. I think you can only use it for coon hunting with dogs. Or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, South Dakota's like that too. I don't remember the exact, because we just shoot them with thermals now.
Yeah.
But God, there's so many coons out too. We count like 17 or 18 coons in the 3 spots we went to the other night. Just,
can you shoot
everywhere.
coon while you're around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, for sure.
In Iowa, they just passed that a few years ago.
Yep. So we kind of wait because South Dakota does like a nest raider program, and it's $10 a tail, and I think it's like you can do want to say it's like 58 or 59 tails, like whatever it is before they have to charge you taxes on it. So then you can claim them. You just bring them in, just bring the tails in, and then they send you a check in the mail.
That's a state program?
Yeah, it's a state program. Yep. So it's like coons, skunk, which we don't deal with the skunk, just we don't deal with that. But yeah, coon, skunk, possum, and fox. I don't know why coyotes aren't on there. I don't know if just there's enough people that hunt coyotes, or I don't know exactly why. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we'll go shoot possums and coons when that's going on. Just it's fun, something to do.
Right.
Yeah. Coons call in good too, honestly. Like the first spot we called in a coon from like 500 yards away on like a wood, like on a bird distress. And I was like, I just thought, because we were kind of by the river, I was like, oh, he just is running across the field to go to the river or whatever, you know? And I like kind of look and keep scanning around and kind of forget about him. And he's like about halfway. I'm like, no, he's like, you know, I'm like, there's no way we're calling a coon from that. Because generally you have to be somewhat close to him. Like they're not going to cover a lot of ground. I kind of forget, look around. We saw coyotes way in the back, like a few hundred yards away still. And then I look back, and that coon is 20 yards from the call and just running and just barreling down. I'm like, yeah, he came all the way for that call. Yeah, it's funny.
Did you wax him or just
no? We didn't. Yeah, because we knew there was coyotes in the back,
gotcha.
so that we actually did kill one of the coyotes. That one, I don't know, one just hung up and never came in. The other one just eventually decided to come right in. So, but yeah, no. A lot of times we'll do, like, especially if we're along the river or like there's, you know, a couple like abandoned groves or something like that we'll walk through and call. Like, and a lot of times if we don't get a coyote or see anything, a lot of times we'll throw on a coon, just like coon fight or something like that, just and have fun. Yeah, because it's fun. Coons come in hard. Yeah, if they're coming, they're coming. Yeah, like
I've heard that from people before too. Like that calling coons just on accident, and they're just coming barreling in all cranky. Yeah, cranky little trash bandits.
It is, they are for sure. No, they're fun. Yeah, it's honestly really fun. Yeah, we have decent amount of like abandoned places or just farm places like that they don't care, you know. So we'll go set up and call coons at a lot of houses. Honestly, yeah, it's fun though, for sure. Yeah.
So when you're coon or cow hunting and stuff like that, you guys still use Sounds or Central suppressors?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Yeah. No, I do have a few other cans. Okay. I have 3 other ones that aren't. Yeah, because I have 10 total, and I have 3s that aren't. But yeah, it's already set. They do make good cans. I'll be honest. You know, I mean, there are some that aren't the best, or there's betters, but no, they are good cans. So we still run them, and I just more so almost have like cans set up for specific guns now too. Just because I worked there and they were cheaper, and I had access to it, you know, and all that. So now it's just kind of any of the guns that I use or shoot a decent amount, they all have just their own can. It's just part of the gun kind of now is how I'm doing it. So
yeah, they do. I mean, the Banish line, I have one. Back when you worked there, you sold actually one for me, and it works great. It works great. It's my first suppressor, but I think whenever I get another one, I'll see what else is out there stuff like that too. But I guess this is their first time being back on since that all happened. You want to
sure. Yeah.
The people are probably asking a little bit. Sure. They have asked me before. They're kind of like, what the fuck? You know, kind of deal. I'm like, that's not my story to tell.
Yeah.
So.
No, yeah. I mean, essentially, I mean, there's a few things like their reason behind, but they Sounds or Central a lot, let all of us inside, like they call it inside sales. So everyone that worked in the office, and then we did do some traveling to trade shows and all that. They let all of us go. So they only have part-time salesmen for trade shows. And then, part of it is, from what I was told, is, they wanted somewhat moved to a little bit more distribution too, because when I started, it was Sounds or Central, Banish was one, essentially. Like, it's the same owner. We, like, Sounds or Central makes them all that, but they didn't have a split. And then, I don't know, 2 years ago, they really tried to split it off and start selling to Lipsies or Sounds, just so everywhere else could buy them. You didn't technically have to buy them through us. So I think that was a big reason too, is just with the laws and all that changing. I think he wants to have less people on payroll. You know, honestly, have less people on payroll do a little bit more wholesaling because that has picked up, so he can make money that way, not have to have as much background stuff to it and do all the paperwork and everything. Yeah, just a lot of automated stuff too from that. So
I mean, you still have the paperwork.
Yeah,
everything.
A lot of that's automated there now. Yeah, I mean, not obviously like what can be. Like there's certain stuff can be. Obviously, others can't be. Automated there. But
yeah, as far as I know, I mean, it's it's still an NFA item. It's just they're not charging the $200 tax.
Yep, correct. Yeah, so same exact paperwork as before.
None of that's
just
changed.
Not. Yeah, none of that's changed. It's just now you don't have to pay $200, but it's still fingerprints, photo you send in through e-forms. The whole process is exactly the same. They're just not an extortion fee anymore, if you want to call it. Yeah,
oh, yeah, that's what I like to call it. That's exactly what the fuck it is, dude.
For sure. Yeah, yeah. So
yeah, because like with Silencer Central, I mean, Brandon kind of set that place up as like it was like a sales kind of a sales powerhouse. Like they were very good. At what they did for a long time, that's why they got so popular. I think is because they did have legitimate salesmen that knew what they were talking about, and it's like salesman that kind of has a bad connotation to it sometimes, like used car salesman, but like having someone there that actually understands the product and actually knows what they're talking about, that is a huge selling point
for sure.
Especially with people that are in the gun community. Like a lot of us are pretty, I don't know, standoffish when it comes to, like trust issues a little bit when it comes to, the government and all that kind of stuff. So it's like when you build up a relationship with like a guy that actually knows what he's talking about and can actually talk about it, like actually talk
in
about
depth,
it in depth, and actually knows like the difference between a 30 cal can and a fucking 46 cal can, knowing the calibers, like actually knowing guns to a certain extent, that really helps selling. And I just don't feel, I haven't talked to him, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like when you have customer service reps, you're not going to get that same quality of knowledge.
Sure. Yeah. No, I agree too. Yeah. Because, there's a lot of us that's what I still do. And we use them, we hunt, I have actual real world experience on it too versus reading it or reading the stats off the website when they're on the phone with it. It's like I actually know what's going on and can tell you and explain why that one would be better for your situation or why you should stay away from that for your, whatever the case may be, for sure. Yeah, 100%. That's how, especially at trade shows, that's how I sold, that obviously, especially when I was there for a while, I'd have repeat people come up and that whole song and dance is already done. And they're like, I want this, I want a 223 can now. What one should I buy? And like, we already went over all the other bullshit, but it's like, 100%. It was a huge.
Well, you put a face.
Exactly. We put a face, and like all of us were at shows. People knew who we were. They could actually come and talk to you about stuff, like versus having to read it online. Because it doesn't matter who or what brand or what department or space you're in, whether it's archery or any of that. You go and look at Matthews' website, they're going to tell you why Matthews is the best. You're going to look at Banish, they're going to tell them why that's the best. It's just marketing, So like having someone that actually goes and shoots them and does it, I think was a huge deal, and it's for sure a reason why they got to be as big as they are. For sure, it's because 100%. We're at all the trade shows. You can call and talk to a real life dude who does it. Not just like you said, just someone who works, for an hourly rate or whatever, and might not even shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people can tell, for sure. Like,
oh yeah,
you can tell. Like, even when I was there, like we'd have, someone new start, and someone would call and ask more in depth questions, whatever, and wouldn't get the answer, and they'd call back in, talk to someone else, and they'd just tell you, like, well, tell Joe, that he needs to, or whatever. Like they, because young guys don't care, like they'll tell you, like, well, Joe didn't know what he was talking about, so for sure, like 100%, like gun guy, like there's all different levels, whether they just don't know or whether it's someone who does a ton of research and knows, and they want to confirm what they've read or researched or whatever, there's a ton of different aspects to that, for sure.
Yeah. And I know, like, I didn't quite get into it with Brandon when I was there. And I wish we could have been there for a little longer, but he's a busy guy. He's on time crunch, so he didn't have a whole lot of time. When I was talking to him, but it seems like they're definitely changing. Being like splitting Silencer Central and Banish. Like Banish is just its own company, just making Banish suppressors. And Silencer Central is doing its own thing. It's definitely more of a distribution situation because they built that whole new building
for distribution.
And they're carrying all sorts of shit. They have Banish, and then they have Silencer Co stuff and Dead Air stuff, all sorts of stuff. All sorts of different suppressors they're housing and selling through Silencer Central. So they're definitely trying to. Whether it's good or bad, I don't know. We'll see. I guess if they make it and they thrive, then good on them. Like that's a good decision. Unfortunately, Matt getting fired is just it's just business kind of deal,
For sure. No,
but it's just like for me personally, it's like I like to deal with like real people, and like 100%. I'm not saying that the customer service reps aren't real, but they're definitely 100%. Like, we walked through it, and he took us through the customer service area, and it's real people, and they're really at the headquarters. As of right now, they haven't offshored to India, so you're not getting them. They're getting actual real like Americans answering the phones and talking to them still. It's just a lot different, and whether that's good or bad, I guess it's we'll see kind of thing. I guess we'll see what happens, but I don't know. It's just when we went and did that podcast, is like you helped set that up. Like you're very you set the whole thing up. Essentially, and we've been working on it for quite a while, actually. Ever since I started Victory Drive, and you came on like super early, and it's like, hey, I could probably get Brandon on. I'm like, okay, cool, that'd be sweet. And then a few years later, we finally did, and you're like, what was it, Ashley? Fucking like 2 or like, how long was it? 2 or 3 weeks?
I think it was.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. What are you asking me?
Wow.
What
the fuck are you doing over there?
When I wasn't at Sound Central when you guys came in, it wasn't long. Yeah, because I remember you texted me. I don't even remember if Carter had told. I don't even remember how exactly, or if I told. I don't even remember exactly what the deal.
So I was talking to you, and then you introduced me to Carter.
And
he's like, Carter will take care of the rest of this situation, kind of deal, like getting it set up and all that. And then I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, after talking to Matt and stuff. She's still not listening, but that's fine. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks later, after talking to you, you texted me back and like, dude, I don't work there anymore. Like, what? What do you mean? Like I'm supposed to go there and like really soon and record, and I was expecting you to be there and show us around and stuff too, but you're like, no, Carter's a good dude, he'll take care of you, but I'm not there anymore. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Just definitely didn't see that coming, but
I think like all of us others say, like, I think we kind of knew like that new distribution center was the beginning of the end for like what we were doing in some sort. Honestly, I thought they would ride us out, take the wave of no stamp, ride us out until August, because it was like middle of August is when it happened. Like I thought it'd almost be like August of this year, of 2026, like ride the wave out, get through it, whatever, get through the busy time, the hunting, all that. Because they let us all go literally right before it was the busiest time of the year. So I don't get to make all those decisions. I don't know exactly 100% why everything, but I don't know. It is what it is. Like I said, it was definitely a surprise for the timing. I think, like I said, we could all somewhat knew. Like you could just see everything was changing. I mean, from when I was there 5 years, like when I started there, and then how much different it was at the end. Like we got so much bigger. It was just a lot different than it was when what I joined or what I came on for. So,
right. And it's one of those things when you're in the hunting industry, or like. Maybe not. It depends on how you market your company. Like Sounds Central, they definitely marketed towards hunters. So their niche was like hunting suppressors. Right? Like that was their thing. That they, that's how Brandon started. He was, hunting prairie dogs and wanted to shoot them without letting them know that he was there. Like that's why he got into suppressors in the first place. Like from his story. So he's definitely marketed Sounds Central to hunters, and it's worked out great. But hunting is a boom and bust, right? So like during the off season, hunters aren't. They're working, they're saving up PTO and saving up money to buy shit before hunting season starts and kicks off. And, so when you're in that industry, it's a boom and bust cycle. and letting all your your salesmen go like right before the boom part hits. Like I feel like that hinder your boom. Like it flattened that curve a little bit and not a great direction. I feel like, but I'm not an expert businessman either. I don't have like a multi-million-dollar company I'm overseeing either, so it is what it is. But who am I to fucking say? But just as a consumer, I'm like, damn, I don't know. Yeah, it just seems kind of weird, but like good luck to him, I guess.
It was, and I've talked to I know people from other companies and stuff just working there, and I've had people that I don't really talk to that are at other big companies that like reached out and they're like, did they really do that? Like, do they, like, it was just kind of odd.
Is this a real thing?
For sure. Yeah. Like, I'm at Scheels now, and like, I was literally excited. I wasn't working. I was in there. I don't know. I think I was just getting something. I was going to go hunt that evening. I think I was
pissed.
I don't even remember. I was just buying something for hunting, and I was walking through, and one of the managers there, he like stopped me because I was in Scheels a ton even before I worked there, and a lot of people knew me because I was in there all the time. And he's like, I heard, he's like, is that true? I'm like, hey, he's like, do you want to work here? So
matter of fact, what are you guys starting at?
Yeah, right. Exactly. See. So
how's that been going then?
Yeah, good. I like Scheels. Yeah, I mean Scheels is. I've really understood why Scheels is so big now for like the culture and how much like training and some stuff, can kind of be annoying, but it is honestly kind of impressive, like how many steps I had to go through to be able to go out and actually talk to people and do that. Because kind of we were talking like you market to hunt. I mean, they have everything obviously, but like especially like in hard lines, what they call like archery, firearms, all that. It's like they're not sending someone out there if they don't know what the hell they're talking about. At least at a decent level. And if you don't know stuff, they're like, don't try to come find someone that will know it. Like, so I've honestly been very impressed with the company as a whole, for sure.
That's good.
Just how how hiring process was and training.
They have a standard.
It's a high standard too, for sure. It really is, honestly. For a retail store,
like a box
it's honestly impressive. Like, the standard that they hold people to, and we have trainings every week on specific things, like in-depth stuff, so there's a lot of cool, and they pay like they call like Scheels Academy. So once a year they will literally pay, like in the archery department, they'll pay like Matthews and Arrow companies, and they'll pay these big companies to come and literally train full-time employees there.
Oh,
like
really?
Straight from Matthews,
like
straight from Hoy,
how
to set it up, why we do it this way, why you need to do it this way. So
that's
like it's
cool.
just it's honestly really like I said, I've been very impressed with the amount that they put into their people, honestly, too.
That's awesome.
And their benefits are, they have an amazing ESOP plan, which is cool too, so
ESOP.
Yeah, like employee owner. So like Scheels is employee owned. So instead of like matching your 401k or whatever, like you essentially get a share in the profit of Scheels. So so it's
like some Scheels stock, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
All right.
Yep, for sure.
And that sticks with you even after you quit?
Yeah,
or
it's 3 years vested. So if you're there, been there full time for 3 years, it's yours. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, and it's like they're top 5 in the nation for their ESOP program. So
that's pretty cool, actually, because it helps. Well, for one, helps workers kind of want to stay there longevity wise, and 100%. That's always a good thing. And it also makes the employees feel like they're part of it rather than just being like this fucking asshole.
For sure. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I said, it's how like I started out originally just as part time, because like especially in hard lines and around here, I mean, there's not a ton of like outdoor industry jobs unless you want to travel a lot. Like I applied for a couple other ones and talked to people, and it's like, I talked to Silencer Co. and it was like minimum of 80% travel. So I'm going to be gone 80% of the time. So 3 or 4 days out of every week I'm gone traveling. That was from Wyoming to New Mexico. It's not like I'm just traveling around South Dakota either, so it's like they're just
for what?
Selling being like a dealer, like a dealer rep essentially. So like you'd go to that company and help do training, so they knew what they were talking about, and making sure that their orders were coming through, or that sort of stuff. So
Gotcha.
So they're just it's just and 2 young kids are just
If you're a single man, it'd be a little
right,
different story.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but with the kid, my kids like the age they are, it's just I don't want to miss that either. Too,
that's important. That's the reason why I got out of the Army essentially is just to be home and be a dad, and that's an important task.
For sure, 100%.
Not something that I take lightly, and nor should any father should take that responsibility lightly. But like Scheels specifically, I mean, they seem like I've always liked Scheels. Like Ashley, I was like, if we had, my favorite store is actually Fleet Farm, probably just because it's close. Like if there was a fucking Scheels in Mason,
right,
I'd be sick. I'd be there like all the time. She'd be really upset with me, but
we'd be broke.
It's hard taking a paycheck home sometimes. Like you're always around everything, all the new stuff coming out. You
probably get like an employee discount on certain things.
You're
like, shit,
for sure.
Like, honey, come on.
Employee discounts and still like, because that was one thing I got super used to too, just at Sounds Essentials, having industry deals or pro forms, or like, oh, you give our employees a deal, we'll give your employees a deal, like that sort of stuff. So then like, being able to keep a lot of that, like, there's definitely some perks to it for sure on the backside of things.
Well,
100%.
Maybe you need to get Scheels sponsored victory.
Right? Yeah, hell yeah.
Then I can get a cheaper bicycle.
Right? Exactly. Bikes can be kind of expensive. It's actually crazy. I was just walking. I said, they just got moved up by us, and I was like, damn.
Like a budget bike that they can actually handle my fat ass is like $500-600, $800, $500 to $800. I was doing some research on it the other day, actually. Not cheap,
right?
But not $3,000 for an e-bike, but still not like it's not like a couple $100. Right. When you're a kid, you can go buy a bicycle for your kid for like $50 to $100. Like, here you go, little Jenny.
Right.
Not for old Jake.
Yeah.
The last time we tried,
bike, dude.
The last time we tried buying a budget bike, you ended up,
dude. I sheared the sprockets. After owning it for like, how long did I have it?
I don't know, but
2
him
months.
and Charlie are both leaving on their bikes from school, and I'm watching him out the window trying to take a cute video. Like, oh, look at him. And something happened with the gears. He's cussing the bike out, slamming it on the ground. He throws it in the front of our yard. And I'm like, somebody's going to end up taking it. He's like, good. And somebody did. He's like, I don't want that stupid bike anymore.
Dude, I straight up went angry dad all over. Dude. It's like we were supposed to be, like, we just moved into town. Like, oh, Charlie and I, we can ride our bikes and stuff. You can ride to school, I'll ride to work, and we're getting ready to go ride our bikes around town a little bit. And I think you were actually on our way to work, weren't we?
Yeah, I actually have the video. Maybe I should post because I kept recording.
I was fucking pissed, dude. It's a Walmart bike. I'm like, this should work. They worked fine for a little bit, but then like we were riding on a very mild trail, and like it kept like skipping, like riding. I was like, clunk, clunk, and it'd catch me. Like, that's weird. And it kept doing that a little bit, and then we were just riding on like just pavement, and then I went to pedal, and it just went, and it just popped, and then just went freewheel. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I was messing with the chain a little bit, got back on it, and did the same thing. It popped, and just freewheeled and wouldn't go. And I'm just getting pissed. I'm like, fuck this fucking thing. I picked it up. I'm like, chucked it in the lawn. I'm like, Try, I'm walking. And she rode her little bike while I was walking next to her. I'm just pissed off. Like, this fucking thing, fuck piece of shit.
Right.
Just pissed off at Walmart. Like, why'd they even sell that to me? Like mad.
For sure. You just feel better swearing. Just like we were talking about, like building. So it's like you just gotta let it out sometimes. You
just gotta let it out.
Men
and women are different. Like it's like I get pretty furious sometimes about something like that.
Right.
Like I paid like $110 on that bike, dude. I'm like, jeez.
Facebook Marketplace, you gotta look there. Man.
No, fucking curb stop.
Marketplace,
dude. It's like,
he's blocked.
I left on the side of the damn road, and I'm like, fuck that thing. She's like, well, someone's gonna take it. I'm like, I don't fucking give a fuck. Like, let them take it. It ain't gonna work, and if they get it to work, God bless them. But that ain't mine. I don't care. I don't even want to look at it. I'm so mad.
Well, you're blocked from Facebook Marketplace still, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that too.
You got banned.
I tried selling a bow.
Oh yeah.
I tried selling my compound on Facebook Marketplace, and they're like, you can't sell that. I'm like, bullshit. I already sold one on here before.
Right.
So I appealed it. Because they're like, take it down. I'm like, no. And I appealed it, and they're like, jokes on you, you're banned. I'm like, what? Like, how long? They're like, forever. I don't know. They didn't tell me that. But they gave me no timeline. I'm still banned. I've tried to get back on. I'm like, this is like half the reason I still have Facebook is for Marketplace.
Literally.
Now I can't even use it.
Same thing. I had when I bought my new bow this last year, I bought like a dialed proof and I had a Fast Eddie. I just wanted to sell. I didn't have even pictures of it on a bow or anything. It was off the bow, like pictures on my desk, and they banned me for just trying to sell a bow sight. Yeah, just a single pin sight.
You know what's fucking bullshit about that whole situation is Mark Zuckerberg supposedly hunts.
Right.
He's on Joe Rogan talking about how he hog hunts in Hawaii. And he likes to use a bow and arrow because it's more intimate and this kind of stuff. I'm like, well, first of all, I don't believe you. Second of all, fuck you, because you won't even let me sell my bow. It's not like, what the hell are we doing here, dude? It's not a gun. Like, even then, it's like, bro, first of all, like he also said he likes to shoot and stuff like that. I'm like, you're a fucking liar. You're lying right to all our faces, and I hate that.
Yeah.
Dude. I don't hate you because I'm a Christian man. I don't like to hate anyone. I really don't like him. I'm really upset with him. I feel like he's a liar, and I don't think he's actually even a real person. He drank water in front of Congress like a lizard.
Yeah.
Who does that? Like, what are we doing here, dude? Are you... I'm not big into the reptilian conspiracy theory. Like, I'm like, that's kind of bullshit. But maybe.
Right.
He could sway me in that direction. He might not be a real person, dude. He might not be. He might be a skinwalker.
Yeah, that's
he might be a
skinwalker.
He might be a skinwalker. He might be a reptilian. I'm not sure. At the end of the day, he's weird for sure. And for two, it was like, I don't know, man. He's just I don't like it. I don't trust it.
Yeah.
I don't trust it at all. That's
when I was banned, dude, it was months, because that's why I have Facebook too. I'm on Marketplace all the time, just looking at, buy things maybe a couple times a year, but I'm just always looking at shit, because, you never know. Like, I got a pair of Vortex Viper HDs for $150 from some dude.
Yeah.
It's like an $800 pair of binos.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's got to be fake. And I looked it up, no, just older dude that wanted 12 buys, so he sold his 10 by 40, and I was like, I don't think he realizes what these got,
No, he probably got them for Christmas, he doesn't care.
Yeah, so just that sort of stuff. Yeah, I was banned for months, and I was like, one day I was like, God, I don't even remember. I wanted something. I think it was like when I was kind of wanting to look at e-bikes. I was like, wonder if there's any, and I couldn't get on. And I don't even remember how, but I eventually sent in for appealed it or something, and then they let me back on. But
it's like, dude,
yeah,
I don't know. I do not like Facebook.
Yeah,
like I only have it now because of the podcast. And if if it wasn't for the podcast, I would just not be on Facebook. Period.
Yep.
At this rate, but it is what it is. And they own Instagram too. Meta does, but they're not near as strict on Instagram as they are on Facebook.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal with that is.
I don't know either.
But it's like, dude, this is complete bull crap.
Yep.
Bull crap, Matt.
Yeah, I agree.
And I need to get Mark on so I can question him about this.
Yeah.
But
next guest, yeah.
I don't think me and my 1,300 followers on Instagram will get his attention, unfortunately. But, oh well.
Yeah.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, you'll get there.
I just want to sit here across from him in the trailer and be like, you're a fucking liar, dude. And take a drink of that water.
Yeah.
Like a normal person. We all want to see it. See if you can actually do it or not. Yeah. So it's like, get out of here, buddy. But, I don't know. Fuck him. But that's one thing about Scheels, though. I do appreciate for big box stores, because there's that big thing with Dick's Sporting Goods. Like there was a shooting or whatever, and Dick's is like, we're actually gay and we're not going to sell guns anymore.
Done.
It's like, okay, well, that's ridiculous.
For sure.
But Scheels they've always
and that was actually
strong, and I appreciate
for
that.
sure. That was one thing in training too. Like they're just about who we are and what we do, and they're like, yeah, we're not forever, and we sell guns, so we will always sell guns.
Nice.
We are pro that, we're pro, and it's like, it's just cool to, they're like, that's what we do.
And they're a huge company. I mean, they're a big box store. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And the people that work there are very nice.
Yeah.
All the time, which is great.
For sure.
I appreciate that. Just like I compare them to they're like the Sporting Goods Chick-fil-A,
Yeah.
And that's great.
Yeah.
Because everyone at Chick-fil-A is super nice too. And I don't know if it's because Scheels is also it's a Christian company. I go in there on Sunday and sometimes, and they're playing Christian music, and they put out emails during Easter and stuff like that. I'm like, that's nice. I don't know if there's something to that or not. Probably. It's got to be. Like they're just like they take care of their people, like their employees. It seems like employees are happy. They're happy to be there. They're not like a disgruntled like McDonald's. You go in there at any given time and you're good luck. Like you might be faced with some very angry stares. You know, it's kind of like people are just generally unhappy in certain places, and you can kind of tell like what the culture of that business is. And it seems like Scheels has a really good culture. In Fleet Farm too, but it's like those kind of places are. It's cool when you see them thrive, you know, like that. And
for sure.
Scheels are everywhere. I love Scheels.
Scheels are great for sure. They have, they're just there's a ton of options too. You know, I mean, I like it too because it's not. I just feel like it's not like. I mean, I still like Cabela's or Bass Pro, but it's they don't have as many options or as many variety too, from like low end to high end. You know, like or middle ground or whatever. Like we carry everything, and if it's not in the store, we can get it. Easy, you know.
Well, and Scheels is still standalone. Like Cabela's and Bass Pro. I can't remember. I think Bass Pro bought Cabela's.
Bass Pro,
yeah, right. Okay, so like they're kind of one and the same now, and I feel like they're really changing. Like they've changed their stores to hold more of their own stuff, like more Cabela's branded stuff, more Bass Pro branded stuff. Not that that's a bad thing by any means. Like I get it, you know, and it's still a good store. I love going in Bass Pro and everything still too. But Scheels just hits different. Like I feel like they make a lot more use of the small amount of space they have for like the sporting goods stuff, whether it's archery department or the firearms department, stuff like that. Like they have really good stuff in a good selection of stuff with a much smaller space.
For sure.
Actually, I bought her running shoes from there. She wanted carbon fiber plated freaking running shoes, and she's like got schmoozed by some marathon runner there.
Great sales guys.
Very good. Like you said, they train them really well. Like in the running section, just in Rochester, they're like those dudes were actually
doing marathons.
Yeah, for sure. It's like it is like that's like it's they don't. You're not going to be in whatever department just because there's an opening there. Like if you're in shoes, you run. Like if you in hunting, you hunt. If you're in art, like they're true to that. Like you need to do it. You know, I mean, because if you don't really care about it, you're not going to buy the products that everyone else is buying or know what to tell someone. Like stay away from that or do that or you're doing this, so you should look at this. You know, whatever it is. So
they don't want to turn into like a Walmart where they just have employees like stocking shelves that don't know anything about nothing. Like if I go into Walmart and ask them about like, hey, you know, because at Walmart they sell like very small like hunting stuff, but they have like muzzleloaders there and stuff. I'm like, ask them about muzzleloaders. I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, the price is this. That's that. I'm like, okay, well, bye. You know, it's like the sales department in Walmart. They just stock shelves. And Scheels, they're actual salesmen. So
for sure.
That seems nice. But I'm not gonna be. If I work at Scheels, I'm not working in the shoe department. Dude. Like, I hate running. I don't like running almost as much as I don't like Mark Zuckerberg.
I'm not a runner at all either. Not at all. Chris like, do you want to do a 5K with some of our other friends? I was like, I'm gonna go run for fun. Like, no. She's like, well, you can walk. I'm like, well, you guys gonna run? Well, I'm like, well, I'm not going to just walk by myself, you know? Like,
these colors don't run, all right?
I was like, I can go run a 5K for free if I wanted. I don't have to go pay someone to go run a 5K. Like, I don't know. I've never gotten into that at all.
No. My brother and I, we were going to go run a marathon untrained one day. And thank God it got canceled. Because I'm like, dude. I'm like, oh my God. The most I ever ran in my life was when I was in Kuwait. I ran 10 miles with my buddy just on a whim. Like, he's like, let's go run. I'm like, okay. Like, how far are we running? He's like, 10 miles. I'm like, okay. We start running, and he was serious. Like, shit. And we basically ran all the way around the base, and it was about just a tad over 10 miles. And I'm like, that was stupid. Like, I gained nothing from that. I was basically shuffle running. Like, I was moving my feet as if I was running, but I was going the pace of someone walking.
Speed walker.
And I'm like, I just gotta keep moving. Just gotta keep moving. It was terrible. It's the worst decision I ever made, actually. So I'm like, and I don't think I gained anything either. Like, we only run 2 miles in the Army on a PT test. I'm like, I don't think I gained anything. Besides the fact that I'm like, I can do that if I really needed to for some reason. But like, if I have to run for 10 miles for like my life, I'll just die.
Yep.
Or I'll just like turn around. I'll be like a lion in the, Serengeti.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, not a lion. Like a wildebeest getting chased by lions and cheetahs. Eventually like they're running. You've seen the videos on Nat Geo and stuff. Like they're running. Eventually they realize like, I can't outrun this thing. And they just stop and they're and turn. Like, now we're fighting.
Yep.
Let's go. I'd be like, run for a little bit. I'm like, I'm not going to outrun whoever's chasing me. Like, I just need to turn and fight while I still have some energy. So I can take my chances.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And maybe I'll get lucky and fight off the lion and be able to walk away. But
and just to be clear, I don't like running. I hate it. That's exactly why I went to go get carbon plated shoes, because I thought it would help. Yes, exactly.
You ain't trying, right? So
I just same thing, just for the PT test, and I won't be going any over.
And luckily, the ILEA, if for runner she goes, that we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah,
we talked about
we announced it.
Yeah. So when if she gets the job full time as a deputy, she has to go to the academy.
Yep.
It's like they don't have rules against it.
Yep.
You just can't run in the Olympics with them, right?
Well, and I actually found out you can. It's just very heavily frowned upon. The guy that broke the world record ever for whatever that race was, they didn't disqualify him because of his shoes. They disqualified him because his camera guy was riding next to him, and they can't have like pacers.
Oh.
And they said that was basically like somebody pacing him.
Yeah, I can see that, I guess.
But
yeah, I can see that too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the Army, we're allowed to have pacers, so we could also probably have carbon fiber too. There's like just pass.
Yeah, just make it.
Dude.
Yeah,
probably the same way with the academy. Like, whatever you gotta do, dude. Like, just make it through. Like, show us that you can have the ability to do this task with whatever you're wearing. I guess because like if in the Army, that's one thing I always. It was like we're doing this just to make sure that we're fit enough to do the jobs. Like, if we really cared about like what you can do physically for the job, we wouldn't be running in PT shorts and a t-shirt and running shoes.
Right.
We'd be running like boots and uniform.
Yep.
Because when I was in Afghanistan, we didn't fight a whole lot in PTs.
Yep.
So it's like we did. I've done it once. Yeah. We get a base attack and you're just like, fuck, man the tower, dude. Like, get out there. You're in PTs, you throw your plate carry on, and you're in flip flops, whatever it is. It's like, okay, you got to do what you got to do, but you're not going to go on a mission in PTs.
Right.
So it's like, if we're training to fight here, that's like,
that would ruin your day. Just trying to hang out and like, fuck.
It does ruin
your
day,
dude. Get the place.
Yeah. It's like one of those things where, I don't know, actually, a lot of times it doesn't. You're so bored when you're not on a mission.
Yeah. When
you're back in the fob, it's like you just get bored really fast. So like when it happens, you're kind of like, hell yeah.
Something to do. Let's go
do this thing, and see what happens kind of deal. But I don't know. That's that. I don't know. Long story short, I'm not going to work at Scheels in the shoe department.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
But, I'm glad you.
Spoiler alert: carbon fiber shoes, they fucking hurt your feet. Like if I went and ran the PT test twice in them, I think now, and like they're not made for like comfort running. They're made to get a good time in. They hurt.
Sprinting maybe. Be better use.
I don't know. You won't catch me sprinting if I don't have to.
Like some good boots, you gotta get 50 miles in them.
Yeah. I don't think you break in carbon fiber.
I was gonna say it makes sense. It's a plate. It's a super hard bendy plate. I'm like, it makes sense, and that's all there is to the shoe basically that you run on. So it makes sense why they're not comfortable.
Yeah, they're built for it.
But they do spring you. I will say, like they accomplish what they say they're gonna.
Did you ever return those, or you keep them now?
No, I still have them. I haven't been back to Scheels.
That's true. Give them to Matt.
Yeah.
Don't return. I don't think you can take them to different stores. You probably have to take them to the store you bought them from.
I don't know. I think you can, actually.
Oh, we don't have them anyway, so we didn't bring them.
Yeah. So just go a few miles north. You'll run it.
Right? We actually probably got to get going and pick up.
We're good.
We're good?
No, yeah, we should be done.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know. We're in this trailer in the dark room. I don't have a clock.
Right.
So I took my watch off because I didn't want it buzzing while I was recording. So, but let's get to the question.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Patreon
question.
Did you see it?
I did see it, yeah.
Fuck, I knew that was going to happen, too. I'm like, he's going to see it, though.
I almost, because I'm the one that typed it out, I almost said, Matt, look away. But Nick Babiak. Hunt plans this year, ? Competition plans this year, ? I know you were focusing on USPSA last year, sticking to that this year again or changing it up. If you've mentioned it in the last few podcasts, I'm behind and trying to catch up. Laughing face.
Last part's for me. You have hunt plans is what he's wondering for you, sounds like.
Nothing crazy this year. One thing I am excited, so we have like paddlefish around the dams and stuff.
Paddlefish?
Yeah, like spoonbills, but like paddlefish. Me and my dad just drew Francis Case, which is like where the big paddlefish are in South Dakota. I have some buddies there that caught like 75, 80 pound paddlefish, so kind of excited for that. And you can do it with the archery equipment up there.
Oh, you can bowfish them.
Yeah. Yep. I bowfished before down in Yankton, and got one there, but I've never had this Francis Case, so that'll be kind of cool. That's in June though, so that's not necessarily hunting, but no hunting, nothing crazy.
Bowfishing is kind of hunting.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
No, I'll be going to Wyoming for turkey hunting again. Yeah, antelope. Should be able to draw East River deer tag this year. I haven't drawn the last 2 years, so should be able to draw that this year now.
Nice.
Obviously not guaranteed, but I should have that. So
okay,
nothing too crazy. Me and my other buddy, we've been talking about going back down to Texas to go shoot some hogs and stuff, but I guess nothing really set super in stone there. So no, more so just normal stuff. Whitetails here, and then go out west for antelope and mule deer. I think we are gonna try to spend some more time on mule deer this year, just because I think mule deer are super cool, and I just have never. I went out there hunting and not been successful, and then the last like 5 years I've been really into antelope hunting. So like we'll shoot antelope, and then we'll kind of mule deer hunt if we have any time left. So I think we're gonna try to maybe shorten up antelope a little bit and probably do 2 or 3 trips and like take one like only for mule deer and try to get that done. So
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. As far as me, I don't have anything really planned this next year besides I'm going to go hunt whitetails in Indiana with Joe Humphreys, I think.
Yeah, nice.
So that'd be fun.
Badass.
Yeah. And to answer the other part of his question, Nick, I'm going to be focused on USPSA more. Like, that's kind of my thing. Is like, I don't know about... Dude, I love shooting. I love shooting everything. Like, all guns. I just love shooting them. But handgun... I just haven't really. I'm still working on it. I still haven't felt like I'm like really good at shooting handguns yet. Yep. So and it's still a lot of fun. And 9mm is a lot cheaper than like
for sure.
than 6.5 Creedmoor. Getting into the 100%. Whole long range shooting stuff is a whole another bear cat of a task. I'd love to get into it more, but it's like, dude, I'm fucking strapped for cash a little bit. I gotta between hunting and shooting. It's like I can't just do it all, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah, hunting's an expensive enough hobby. Yeah, like me and my wife were like talking, like we were just talking about like, I don't know, one of her friends is like, well, he bought that, so I'm gonna go buy this, and she's like, I'm just glad we don't do that. She's like, yeah, you probably do spend more money, but it's like some of it you can't, like you don't choose that hunting is expensive or this stuff you like it, she's like, I'm like, yeah, thank God you don't have an expensive hobby, it's right. Like we'd be screwed. Like it just is for sure. I don't know, you're a pretty good shot. Like when we were out there a couple years ago shooting prairie dogs, you just you pop that rattlesnake from like 20 yards away probably.
Yeah, well, thanks.
The 9mm. That was pretty good.
It was loud because we were shooting suppress all day, and then I bust out like that rattlesnake was going for a Scotty. Yeah, and I'm like, I got you, bro. I pull up my Glock. I'm like, goosh, goosh, goosh. Yeah. And I waxed him. But like we're both like, Sky was like, don't ever shoot that again. Yeah. It's so loud. It was like,
he's like, stop.
Disrespectful.
He's like, okay, stop. Yeah.
Oh, it was fun. We were spoiled because we were shooting suppressed all day. He's like, okay, that's enough.
Yeah.
my tism. Yeah. Oh, that was so much fun though. I should probably plan that's what I should do is plan a freaking Victory Drive prairie dog hunt for a bunch of people that want to go out. Sure. That'd be super fun. That's super cheap. I think. The license is like fucking $8.
100%. Yeah. So, no, we should. We could plan a little better too, and just like pull it. Like I got buddies that have campers that pull a camper out there, and I didn't have to pay for a hotel or any of that.
That'd be sick
for sure. Because that's what we do for antelope hunting. We just pull a camper out, and
we just kind of went by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, we really did. Yeah.
We just like, let's just get there and figure it out from there. And we got there and we're like, next thing you know, we're driving to Sturgis.
Yeah, because there's
in the middle of the night.
There's no hotels. Yeah,
No.
It's like, what the fuck? Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
We found one hotel that had a room that was way overpriced.
Yeah, expensive.
Damn,
yeah.
we only stayed there for like a few hours.
Right,
then left.
literally. Yeah, so we could shower and sleep
Yeah.
for 4 hours. Yeah.
And then I blew my freaking my damn truck up.
Yep.
Almost. What the hell? My coolant started leaking all
it-
over the place.
Yep.
This is the pump.
Your fuel pump, wasn't it?
No, my coolant pump.
Oh, yeah.
Exploded and started spraying everywhere. And then we pulled into a gas station, thankfully.
Yeah.
We got off the interstate and we're like, let's go in here and get something to, fuel up and shit.
Yeah.
Pulled in there and some innocent bystander drove up right next to me. I'm like, fuck. Like, did I do something stupid? And
Yeah.
he's like,
What's he
gonna
want?
Chew my ass, you
Yeah.
know? He's like, dude, you're leaking something bad. I'm like, what? I jumped down, just pouring coolant out of the truck. I'm like, oh, fuck. So he filled up with water and limped it to the O'Reilly's or whatever it was, or Napa, and fixed it in the parking lot.
Yeah, at
Thankfully,
least they're cool and let us use their tools and stuff
Yeah.
too. Like that was clutch. Not having to
it was clutch.
buy all that stuff too. Like,
100%.
And they had the part we needed. Like they actually got kind of lucky out of that deal.
And we had a guy that was knowledgeable enough to do it because
Right.
he works on cars all the time.
Yeah.
His junk vehicles and shit. He's like, yeah, sure, I can do that. Watch a few YouTube videos. Like, yeah, we can handle this. I'm like, sick.
Yeah, we got it.
We did get in it. Yeah, it worked. It
Yeah.
didn't go bad again.
Hell yeah.
Traded in with that coolant pump. It was great.
Hell yeah.
So we can do that again without blowing up a vehicle and maybe
sure.
plan a little bit better. It'd be fun.
For sure. Yeah, and I honestly even have like just from coyote hunting stuff now too. We actually even have from. I mean, God, well, we went all the way out to. I mean, I have stuff.
Yeah.
I have quite a bit of stuff that we could hunt around like Berta, which is like 3 hours from here
Okay.
instead of 5.5. So it'd be almost half the trip too. 2.5 hours. 2.5.
Yeah.
So
that'd be fun. That'd be a really
sure.
fun deal. Set up like invite a bunch of people out and go rip some prairie dogs and coyotes and shit. It'd be sick.
yeah, that's the best practice. It is.
Oh,
Prairie
yeah,
dogs. It kind of makes you pissed off too. It's like we went out last year and we were just shooting some, and I thought my 223, I have a Bolt 223 that Scotty was shooting.
Yep.
I thought it must have got knocked off her because I couldn't hit anything. I just get so mad, you know, like and everywhere around him. I was like, what the hell? And I just put away, grabbed a different gun. I was like, I'm done. I'm not sighting it on a prairie dog. I can't figure it out.
Yeah, because what's cool with prairie dogs is it's like, dude, you have to be right on. They're so
Yeah,
small.
for sure.
Especially if you're shooting them, we're shooting them out to like, a couple hundred yards away.
Yeah.
And that's a hard shot on something that small, dude.
100%.
So
yeah.
it'd be cool to get some. I have a bunch of Nick's one of them, but there's a bunch of guys that I know that are really, but they all live down south, so they probably wouldn't come all the way up here to shoot prairie dogs. But if they did want to, they'd be really good long range hunting type
For sure.
training. Where it's like you get to go out there and shoot that small of an animal at like however far you want to. Honestly,
100%. Yeah, you
It'd be
can,
awesome
for sure, especially out there. I mean, you can shoot as far as you want, essentially. Yeah, 100%.
Sick.
For sure. Yeah, we'll pull out the big guns just to shoot one or two, just because it's fine. A little confidence booster. You can hit a prey dog. You're good.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
All right. Cool. I can put the 300 Win Mag away now.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I got him.
Yeah. 6.5 here, so there's not much left of them.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Matt. It's
sure.
been fun catching up and getting everything out there so now everyone knows.
For sure. Yeah.
So.
No, I appreciate pulling the trailer and all that too. I mean, you didn't
Yeah.
have to do that, so that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're in the neighborhood,
Right.
which is rare to be just in
For
the
sure.
neighborhood of Sioux Falls.
Right.
But, it'd be
Yep.
cool.
Hell
So,
yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you.
Awesome. You bet.